Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Wednesday. It is February 10th, I believe. I could be wrong, it could be the 11th. No, I think it's the 11th. No, it is the 11th. So, 2020. But I want to talk about the chickens a little bit today, real quickly. So we'll get into that first, and of course these two idiots are playing. So, alright, a lot of questions I've had about the chickens and stuff like that. One of the main things that I got from people, and I just thought it was quite interesting, and I said, okay, I got to address this. Now I have two roosters, first of all, okay? Right here in front is Goliath, and he's got one of the girls underneath him there, as you can see. And over there is Foghorn Leghorn. Those are my two roosters. So, first of all, why do I have two roosters with 18 chickens, right? So I got 16 hens, and I got the two roosters. The reason that I have the two roosters is because if something happens to one of them, I have a backup rooster. It's that old military philosophy, 2 is 1 and 1 is none. So if you have just one rooster and something happens to him, now you have 0 roosters, okay? So that's why I like to have a backup rooster. Then here was another question that I would get, and they would say, well, why do you have your your roosters in with your hens? You shouldn't have your roosters in with your hens. Let me explain something really, really simple here, okay? With the roosters, like Goliath, since he's the alpha rooster, all right? That rooster will give his life for these hens. That's his job. So if a predator should come into the coop at any point in time in the future, that rooster is going to give his life to protect those hens. Got Foghorn Leghorn complaining over there. But that, like I said, that is his job. His job is to protect these hens. And, they're his girls. I mean, that's just the way it is. And I gave them some apples, and that's what you see them working on is the apples a little while ago. The dogs each got an apple too, just so you know, so they didn't get left out. But anyway, yeah. So that's why you have your roosters in with your hens. It's a family. It's like anything else, and it's like the job of the male is to protect his family. That's what their job is. And take care of his girls. And, that's how it goes. That's what they do. And so just wanted to kind of share that with you because I didn't get those kind of questions, I'll be honest with you. Because people are like, oh, now if you, and the other thing is too, and here's what you got to think about too. If you want the flock to continue, right? Chickens will continue to lay, but for how long? As the hens get older, they will lay less. So you need new blood, okay? You need new chickens. So with them, obviously with him being, with the males and with the girls, they will end up, he'll fertilize the eggs. It makes no difference in the taste of the eggs if it's a fertilized egg or not fertilized egg, okay? So, that doesn't hurt it at all. But if you get one of these hens decides to roost up on a batch of eggs, well, then and one of them probably will, okay? It's probably going to happen. So you're going to see one of these hens is probably this spring will lay on a batch of the eggs, and then that way you're going to we'll end up having more chickens, which is fine because you need that influx of new blood into your flock. So again, those are the reasons why you have your roosters in with your hens. Now, if you're like the big industry, like a lot of these big industries, and all they do is just they're like egg production. I gotta show you. Here comes Lucy. Lucy's working his way in. You don't want to be left out. Here he comes. What happened, Luce? Were you getting left out? Be nice. Here. Yeah, that's a good boy. That's a good boy. Yeah. Be nice, Caesar. I know you're not getting the attention, heaven forbid. But anyway, but that's, like I said, that's why you have the roosters in with your flock and stuff like that. But like I was saying, if you're a big industry, huge industries, they don't care about making new chickens. They can just incubate eggs and stuff like that, and that's what they do. So they'll keep the males away from the females. They'll kill the males, and then just, you know, have the hens, just, that's their job, just lay egg, lay egg, lay egg, you know. And my thought is, I want to give these animals a good life. If it ever came down to a point where I had to eat one of them, could I? Absolutely I could. Now, I like my chickens, I'm not going to lie. I absolutely like my chickens. But again, if it came down to me surviving or them surviving, they're going to go. But again, you better make sure you have a fresh batch of hens coming in to lay to give you those eggs. That's their job. Their job is to give me eggs. Here's another question I have. What do you do with all the eggs you get? So far today, and it's just 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I've already pulled out 7 eggs today, okay? So I'm thinking today's going to be a good egg production day. But, so what do I do with all my eggs? I'll be honest with you, I give a lot of them away. I mean, I obviously eat them as well, but I give a lot of eggs away. And it's just, you know, I share with my neighbors. My neighbors that live in this house, my neighbors that live in that house there. Behind me is Greg and Chris. So I give them eggs, I give her eggs, and I give them eggs. So, you know, it's just, I enjoy sharing. You know, it's like, I feel like it's my way of trying to, like, giving back to and helping other people out. And like I said, there's nothing like farm fresh eggs, you know, where the animals are raised. And like I said, even with the dogs, you guys obviously see the dogs running around. The chickens are not afraid of the dogs. They're not afraid of the cats, okay? But again, let's say one of those cats got into the pen. Let's just, an example. One of those cats got into the pen and tried to go after one of those hens. That rooster, his job, again, he'll get in there and he will just tear that cat up. So again, you know, that's their job. That's why, you know, they have a specific job. That's what they do, and so that's what that's all about. But so I just wanted to share some information about the chickens because people have asked, you know, why and stuff like that. So let's talk about the chicken coop really quickly. For all the people, I got a lot of new people that haven't seen the channel, okay? But so we have the door in the front, and yes, I do need to do something more permanent with the door so I can latch it up higher, which I will do that, I promise you that'll happen. Because it's like the chickens also like to sit up on top of that box. But so there's their way in and out. That gets locked up every night. Then we have the main door over here, and we'll do a quick chicken tour here while we're doing this. But so this is like the storage area. So I got the peanuts are here. Eric and his son Cody brought them up when they came. I got a new bag of corn. And that's, Eric gave me a bag of corn too. He had to put weight in the back of his truck when he was driving on the back roads. But then I've got the mealworms still. One of my subscribers sent the mealworms. So I just give them the mealworms probably like once every 4 days. So I don't give them to them all the time. But, you know, and then I keep all the feed and everything in here. Obviously, this is locked here. And then this is their area in here where they have. So they got a good amount of area. Their water, like the water is absolutely fresh because what I do is probably about once every 4 days because every day I add more water into their water container, okay? Well, it starts to get cloudy and crappy because of, you know, the stuff that's in the air with the chickens and whatnot. So about once every 4 days, I dump everything out of there and put fresh water in, and that's what I did this morning. Then they have their feeder here so they can eat as much as they want. It has the oyster shells in there as well so that they get them because that helps with them for laying the eggs. See, they're all in here because I'm in here. They think, what else are we getting? What else are we getting? So then they got the 2 roosts. And so the roosts themselves, okay, are flat. And the reason that I did that and not rounded, because with the chickens, this being the north, I'm in the north, I went with the flat so they could lay down on their feet and keep their feet warm at night, okay? If it is a rounded thing like this, if their feet are rounded, their feet could actually freeze to that because they can't keep their feet warm, and that's not a good thing. So that's why I went with the flat boards, and so they all roost on those flat boards. And it works out really, really well, and they're happy with that. They like that. In the back is the nesting boxes, okay? And I'm going to go outside. I'm going to show you outside here as well really quickly. And this is more for the people that are newer to the channel that haven't seen it before. And maybe, you know, some of my older subscribers Want to see explanation again? So the chicken coop is big, right? I know. And I'll explain why I did that too. But so here's the back side of the nesting boxes. We have them locked for predators, not for anybody. Nobody will steal my eggs. I'm not worried about that at all. But we have these locked for the predators. But so I can come back here, unlock them, lift them up, and that's how I collect the eggs. Now in the spring, when the spring gets here, I will completely clean out their area, because I've just been adding layers as the winter has gone on inside there, because it adds an insulation for the chickens. These have locks on them as well. These doors open up and I can go inside and I can just scoop out all the garbage and stuff right out of there, and then I'll take the wheelbarrow and I'll put it in a wheelbarrow, and I got a great composting base for soil, and so that's what I use it for. Okay, so that's how we did it. We designed the chicken coop ourselves. I had an idea of how I wanted it done, and then Greg and I, my neighbor behind me, we built this together. He's the carpenter, I am not. So the way it went was I told him my ideas, what I wanted to do, and he was like, okay. And when we were doing it, he's like, okay, you do this, you do that, and I have no problem doing that. I follow directions very, very well, and you know, we worked on it together, and we got this chicken coop done. The windows, all the windows in the chicken coop I picked up at garage sales. So got them really, really cheap. So in the front, I'm going to show you real quick. Oh, just wanted to let you guys know too, I am live streaming tonight. I will be doing that at 8 p.m. So if you would like to join me then, we'll give all the updates of everything that's going on and the craziness. Okay, so these windows, these big windows in the front, you think, oh my God, somebody told me one time, those are nicer windows that are in my house. I got those windows for $50 a piece at a garage sale. To me, it was a win-win situation because the sun comes in here. That way, they're going to get a lot warmer in the coop, and so that's why I did it that way. And then when I put the dog run up, as you guys see, I'll kind of walk around here real quick and just show you. The dog run encompasses the whole chicken coop and the chicken run. So the chickens have their run. They got a nice area that they can come outside and get around. But the dog run goes all the way around the chicken coop. And I did that on purpose because predators, what they're going to smell the dogs. And I'm going to tell you right now, we have not had one problem with predators yet. And I'm going to knock on wood when I say that, because I obviously do not want to have an issue with predators for the chickens. But so hopefully that answers some questions for you guys. I hope it does. It's just wanted to explain some things about the chickens, and they're really enjoyable. I love spending time with them and doing things with my chickens, and you know, taking care of them. They each have their own personalities, which is kind of neat. And you know, and like I said, now the dogs, their job, see, now Pandora just went underneath the chicken coop. So they go underneath there, believe it or not. See, she just came back out. But yeah, so, hey, I know that cat's under there, leave that cat alone. So anyway, you know, that's you know, their job is, the dog's job is also to protect the chickens. They don't screw with the chickens, they don't bother them. That's their job. Their job is also to protect the chickens. So with having the run around the coop, their smell is everywhere. The dog smell is everywhere. So that was kind of like something that I just decided to do when I was putting up the dog run for them. All right, so anyway, so that's it in a nutshell. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, I will be live streaming tonight at 8 p.m. So if you would like to join me, Eastern time, obviously, and so join me then. Also, I just wanted to mention really quickly, the legacy sale still continues on my website at preppernurse1.com. 20% off of the legacy freeze-dried foods. So if you are interested, please go and check that out, okay? And I'm going to jump off for now. I'm going to get this video up for you guys. And I will also see you all tonight at 8 p.m. Have a great day. Remember, guys, we are all in this together. That is important to remember. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. That's important as well. Also remember, guys, STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you are trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from getting there is you. That's it. Nobody else is going to stop you. Right, Pandora? Right? So, just stay focused, guys. Stay away from the negativity, and you will be fine. I hope everybody. The weather is pretty decent today. We got the sun is out, which is helpful. Solar is doing well, and actually stuff is melting. You can see it sliding off of the house as well. So I just kicked back so you can see that real quick. All right. Well, I will talk to you all later. Have a great day. Prepper Nurse 1 out.